are some of the key success factors of performance appraisal? This is one of the questions we'll be answering in this video. My name is Mary Amondo, in charge of training and career advisory services here at Corporate Staffing. And as usual, I am joined by our CEO, Mr. Paminas, who is also one of our lead HR consultants, and he'll be joining me in this discussion. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Mary.
Great.
Yeah.
We are now talking about performance appraisal. And the first question that comes to mind is, why is it important for an employer to appraise an employee?
The simple answer is that you want to know whether the employee is meeting the expectations set out in the job description. Because when you are hiring for position, you have certain expectation. And you want the employee to give you their skills. On the other end, you want them to be productive in a way. So you want to compare the job that I gave Mary, has she performed according to expectation? So that is where performance evaluation comes in. That is where you should have a performance management a system in place to make sure that it's working for both parties. Yeah.
Great. Being the CEO of Corporate Staffing Services,
yes,
as an organization of close to about 45 employees now.
Yes, yes, and growing.
And growing.
Yes.
I know this is an area that you are well versed with when it comes to performance management and appraisal.
Yes.
So what are some of the key elements that contribute to a successful performance appraisal? The entire process.
Exactly, Mary. I would say it's important for us as employers to have our house in order. So what does it mean to have our house in order when it comes, especially to the issue of performance management? Number one, make sure that you have updated job description, because this is what will speak to an employee, as in this is what I'm expected to do. So that job description should contain the task and the responsibility and who's an ideal person for that role. Yeah. With that then, and assuming you've hired the right person, because also you could have a very good job description, but you have someone who doesn't have an idea of where to start. So assuming you've recruited the right person, the next thing that you need to set out are what we call the key performance indicators or targets. So what you're telling the employee is, this is where we are starting. This is what the job entails. But among the 15 things that I've highlighted here, I need you to focus on these 5. It could be revenue. It could be client satisfaction. It could be maybe reports someone is supposed to do. You know, so key performance indicators. The word here being key. Yeah. Then the next step, Mary, is evaluation. So evaluation and evaluation takes place in 2 forms. So there's the informal evaluation. So I don't need to meet you on a day-to-day basis with a pen telling you, mate, this is what I do. But we can have just check-ins. And I mean, even now we discussed how was the performance of the last training, last year, such kind of things. So those are just check-ins. They are not formal. But then there's the formal evaluation. So some organizations have it twice in a year where it's recorded. Where, oh, maybe these are the KPIs we had. This is how you performed in the last 6 months. And based on this is what you need to do. Yeah. So evaluation is very important, a formal evaluation. Yeah. Then after that, the question is, what do you do with that information after you've evaluated? So for if the employee has performed well, obviously there's expectation of remuneration, benefits, bonuses, such kind of things, career growth, promotion. If someone also hasn't done well, there are consequences. And this is where performance improvement comes in, where again you document the shortcomings of the employee. You tell them, Mary, you are failing in A, B, C, D, and I need you to improve. Yeah. And then from there, if the situation gets worse, if someone doesn't improve, that is where separation and determination comes in. Yeah. So as you can see, it's performance appraisal, performance management. It's not a one-off thing. It's actually a process. It has a beginning and it has an end. It's a cycle. Yeah.
And being a process evaluation and documentation is
Yes.
part and parcel of the entire process.
Yes.
Great. How do corporate staffing services assist organizations when it comes to performance appraisal?
It's a good question, Mary. So many a times when employers are coming to us, they normally come to us at the tail end. So they tell Paminas, I want to appraise my staff. Yeah. So how do we assist employers? We help them understand that it's indeed a process, and as such, it's our endeavor or our goal to make sure that we empower them such that even if we help them this time around, next year they will do it right on their own. So we go back to how I've explained the process. So some of them will update the job descriptions, we'll come up with the KPIs, we'll help them with the performance templates, like how should the performance be done. We'll go to an extent of training even the managers on how to do the performance itself, how to score, how to give feedback and such kind of things. So you'll find it's normally a process that can take between 1 or 2 months depending on the needs of the employer. There are some who come to us, they already have job descriptions, they already have KPIs, or they need help is the performance appraisal itself, maybe scoring or what to do. I remember there's a company that just came a month ago, and for them they wanted to know how do we calculate the bonuses for the staff. Especially now, because at the time of shooting this video, we are nearing the end of the year. So for them, they had done everything else apart from that. And we did help them indeed on the parameters to use when they're coming up with a bonus. So in short, it depends on the needs of the client. Each client has different needs. There are some who will start from ground zero. They don't have everything. And there are some whose engagement could even just be a few hours affair. Yeah.
Great. So many insights to consider when it comes to appraising staff or employees.
Sure.
Great. Indeed, when it comes to performance appraisal, the entire process involving documentation and even evaluation of how the performance of each and every employee is helping the organization to move to the next level is very key. And this is where we come in handy to help you walk the journey as an HR expert or as an organization seeking to just get to understand how best to be able to appraise your employees. Feel free to click on the link below. You'll be able to get more insights, and we'll also be able to get your details, and we'll reach out to you on how best we can assist with the service. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.